Hey, this is Wileen Benson, and you are on the Daily Gratitude Call, where we start every day in gratitude. Gratitude is the highest energy state that we can be in. It creates a frequency of positive vibration that attracts positive experiences into our lives.
Hey everybody, this is Wileen Benson, and this is our Daily Gratitude Call. I'm super excited for a new month, a new week, heading into Christmas, and I'm really anticipating even a brand new year and what gets to be accomplished. I've kind of reflected back over what's happened this past year and how much progress I've made. Just looking at my vision board and the things that have been accomplished there, and the new person really that I've become this year. I set a goal at the beginning of the year to, not a goal, but I just set an intention, I guess, at the beginning of the year to develop Christ-like qualities. And my intention at the beginning of the year was to develop one Christ-like quality, because I felt like it would take a year to develop it, and it has been, I would say, one of the best decisions of my life to set that intention. And I'll maybe sometime between now and the beginning of the year, I'll create some sort of a video or something about kind of my experience on that. But let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So in the course of the year, I actually have on my vision board now 9 Christ-like qualities where I actually have that quality in some way, shape, or form in my life. And the list is still growing. The last class that I had here, I've been doing a couple of different classes here at my home, one on the daily GPS and the other one on vision boards. And the last one that I did, the last vision board class that I did, I had the people come in and take a look at my vision board, and one of the ladies saw this list of Christ-like qualities, and they're right down the center of the vision board. And I hadn't even done that really on purpose. It just, that's where they ended up. And they're taped on there. They're not just like stuck up with magnets like everything else that can be easily taken off. These are things that I wanted to really focus on for the whole year. And she said, so you're centered in Christ. And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even notice that. I didn't even realize that yes, these are all down the center of my vision board. And it just brought even newer meaning, different meaning to it. And anyway, so I don't know why I shared that, but that is something that I chose to do at the beginning of the year, and it's been, like I said, one of the best decisions that I've ever made as far as vision boards are concerned. I am going to be starting those classes up again in January. So if you're local to me, reach out to me and let me know if you'd like to come to one of those classes. Since it is at my home, I'm a little bit selective about who I invite to those classes. I don't just blast it out on Facebook or whatever. But I would love to have you come if you're interested. Those of you who are here on this gratitude call, I know that you would be welcome in my home, definitely. You're the same type of person. You're the same vibration of person that I am if you choose to start the day with gratitude. For today, I'm going to set the timer for 90 seconds. We're going to have a private focus on gratitude for opening up. Those were the words that came to me as we were doing our rounds of gratitude this morning before we started the recording. Gratitude for opening up, and we'll just see where that leads us. So I'm going to set the timer for 90 seconds. Grab your paper and pen, your gratitude journal, and write down whatever comes to you. This will be your divine inspiration for you personally, and then after this 90 seconds is over, we'll share what comes to us. So gratitude for opening up, 90 seconds, private meditation, begin. Well, that seemed like that went really fast to me, that 90 seconds. For me, a couple things that came up for me is closing down to open up. And I just thought of like a store. When they're opening up, that means they were closed. And I read something yesterday, a book that I'm reading. There was a little part that I read, a little section that I read that talked about there has to be destruction before there can be creation. You know, and you think about like a remodel. If you're, and in our area, within our the religion that I'm a part of, we have temples all over the world, and within our area there's a couple of temples that are being closed down for like 2 or 3 years to be remodeled, to be, I don't know, exactly what they've got in mind, earthquake-proofed or whatever, because some of them were built, many, many, many years ago. And then they'll be opening up later, and it's just going to be really exciting to go in and see what's done to these temples to make them even more safe and just a positive experience for everyone who goes there. And anyway, and also opening up my home for these local classes. That really just put new life into my business. I had been kind of trying to do my business the way that everybody else does it, the way my mentors were teaching me how to do it and everything. And one day in my daily GPS, I just had this idea to do classes in my home. In fact, Luann, that's on our call for the first time, she was actually one of the first participants in these classes that I did in my home. And it has been the best thing that I've done for my business. It really sparked my heart to, wow, I'm so excited to be able to share with people just right here around me. I've been trying to do my business all online, and I've kind of been neglecting the people that were just right here in my own backyard. So opening up to people all around me has been really powerful too. So several different things, closing down before we can open up, or there's a closing down if we're actually opening up. That meant there was a closing down. Also destruction before something can be created, and there's sort of an excitement around that. And then opening up my home has just created some new experiences that are really exciting for me in my just right here in my own backyard. Who else has something they'd like to share?
Sometimes opening up is also letting go of the fear that you have, because opening up means for a person that they're going to be vulnerable, and they're going to be vulnerable to either failure or success. But there is no failure. There is no failure if you don't get back up. It's all success. Everything is a learning experience. So my thoughts were letting go of old fears and doing what's in my heart. I've always wanted to accomplish art and writing because I'm good at both. But I had all these voices saying, no, no, no. Well, forget it. I'm doing it.
Awesome.
And it's relaxing and just saying, poop-ha, I'm doing it. And I feel so good because I said that, And then I'm achieving my goals, just like you're achieving yours. And if I stumble or fall, as long as I get back up, I'm still a success, and I'm still moving forward, and I'm opening up. I'm opening up to the Spirit. I'm opening up to new ideas, and I'm opening up to growth. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Wileen.
You're welcome. Thank you. And one of the things that really occurred to me as you were talking, that's kind of added on to this, me opening up my home. It was inspired, and so I knew that I could move forward, and I knew that it was going to be successful, whatever that meant. Maybe it was just for one person in my neighborhood, and that would have been a success. And then it might have fallen apart, and I never would have done another class, But as it is, it turned out that this is actually part of who I am. This is like one of the best ways that I can serve within my neighborhood. So I would never have known that if I had let any fear of, what if nobody comes, or what if people don't like it, or whatever. If I had let that stop me, I would never have experienced the excitement and all the texts that I've received from people in my neighborhood of what an amazing experience this has been for them, and they've been teaching it in their families, and it's spreading. It's just so awesome. So yeah, a moment of fear maybe because we're stepping into something new and opening up to something new and vulnerable. But as soon as we make that choice, say those words and say, I'm doing it, then that fear all goes away and it just turns to excitement. Thank you. Who else?
Can I share something?
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got to go, but I just want to share this with you. When I was meditating, then I had this, the vision of a box and opening up this box and taking what's on the inside and putting it on the outside. And really, that's what we do. When we open ourselves up, we open that box and we take that stuff that's on the inside, we put it on the outside, and it changes our perspective. Instead of being the experiencer, we become the witnesser. We get to see what's in there, and we get to handle what's in there. And that's the only time we can actually do anything about it, is when we actually take it out of us and look at it from a different angle.
Oh, beautiful. I think about like Christmas gifts and how much fun it is to open up that box and see what's inside. And I know in our family we reuse boxes sometimes, and so sometimes what it says on the outside of the box is not what's on the inside. Sometimes it's like a little trick, and you have to open the box to really see what's inside. And I think people are like that too. We sometimes judge what is on the inside, but what it looks like on the outside, or what we experience on the outside. But unless we're willing to completely open up that box, even we ourselves think we know what we are inside because of what's on the or we think we know what's on the inside based on what we see on the outside, or what other people are giving us feedback about our outside. But until we have the courage to really open up and show everybody what's on the inside, even we don't even know. We have no clue how powerful we are until we're willing to open up that box and let ourselves out. Well, thank you.
Eileen, I had written, what came to me was when I opened up and shared with my sister over the time we were in Florida for my dad's funeral. There was a time where I opened up with her. I just shared with her something that I hadn't shared with any of my family or really anybody, and with just a couple of people. And when I opened up and shared with her, it brought us closer. She thanked me for sharing and said it really meant a lot to her because I'm so private, and she felt like she was a safe zone, no judgment zone. And when I opened up and I was opening up to her, it felt good, and it was freeing and peaceful. And it when you open up, you can move. When you open that box, like as was mentioned, you can then let it go.
Mm-hmm.
And
awesome.
progress
Thank
forward.
you.
Mm-hmm.
I love just that freeing. And I had never thought about this. If we hold things inside and we're not sharing, there is some sort of an energy that comes across. I'm certain that there must be. That's they're not saying everything that they're thinking. And it's almost like you're keeping something secret. You're holding something hostage or whatever until it might blurt out in a moment of anger or something like that. Not saying that's your situation, but I've seen that, where you hold something inside and, there's a moment of anger and then it just blurts out in a way that's not bringing people closer. And for you to trust your sister, that kind of energy that comes across is amazing. And I'm sure she felt that as well, that she, like you said, she felt like a safe place for you to share. What a beautiful way to bring yourselves closer. Awesome. Did somebody else have something they wanted to share?
I thought about, the first thought was about letting go, is opening up and speaking what's truly in your heart instead of holding it back. and it brings a peace and a calmness versus the frustration of not being able to express yourself. And the second thing I wrote down was surgery. When you go into surgery, they have to open you up to remove the bad parts, to remove the broken, the diseased parts of you. And once they've taken that out, then you become you heal, and you become stronger and a better person most times. And so the surgery is a removal or an opening up of your body to get the bad things out. And that's what opening up is, letting go of what's holding you back and holding you down. And that brings a peace and a healing within you.
Well, thank you for sharing that. This kind of goes back to what I was talking about at the very beginning. You have to destroy something to create. You have to, you're closed down before you can open up. Those kind of dichotomy words that we have to take out to become whole. Isn't that interesting? Taking something out, opening up and taking something out with as a surgeon does, like a tumor or something like that, and then closing, that wound, and then allowing the body to heal itself to become whole again. Sometimes we have something inside of us that needs to be taken out of or let go of to really be whole. I think sometimes we're so afraid to let go of something because it's been part of us forever, but if we think of it as a surgeon does, going in and just deliberately taking something out, even Christ has been called the surgeon, allowing those things to be taken out that don't belong, that are actually making us sick, that are keeping us out of alignment, let go of those things so that we can heal fully and become whole. Oh, beautiful. Thank you. We are down to our time where we need to shift over to our permission process. This has been a really awesome discussion. Lots of new ways to look at opening up. And I know for me, this has just created a lot of different facets of this idea of opening up that I get to ponder on and in our meditation right now as we shift into our permission process. Maybe we'll be able to find, I'm just setting the intention that we'll be able to find the exact perfect way that we get to open up individually and, that will serve us to help us become more whole. So everybody just go ahead and take a deep breath. And just as you're getting calm and in a really grounded and peaceful state where you're very present with yourself and connecting with your highest source of information, with God, with Christ, being willing to allow Him to show us exactly what it is inside of us that what area of our life or what's maybe opening up that box and allowing other people to see us fully, see ourselves fully. Whatever it is that we need to learn today, I'm setting an intention that you will get the exact perfect thing that you need. Let's take one more deep breath. And in this space of grounding, I just want to also set the intention that this is a very safe space to open up, to allow yourself to be shown, shine a light on whatever it is that is needed for you to be able to open up, to be more whole, to be more authentic. Allow yourself to be in a vulnerable space right now. It's just you and God right now. And He already knows anyway. Just allow yourself to be shown. So the question I have for you as you're opening up, allowing yourself to be shown, what area of your life could be changed? Maybe just see yourself opening up your heart and allowing your spirit to fully express itself, fully be seen, and allow yourself to see inside that box, inside the box of this physical body that we have that is a covering for our spirits. Allow that covering to be opened up and look inside of your heart and see who you really are. And just trust that what you're seeing is true. I think a lot of times when we are in a space where we allow ourselves to be seen, we are even a little bit afraid of the power that we hold inside. So in this moment, just allow yourself to trust whatever you're seeing, and it's true. And even if you're not 100% comfortable with that right now, that you do have the power and the ability to step fully into that person and to allow that person to shine, to radiate beyond this physical body so that other people can really see you the way that you were created to be, the individual intelligence that you are that's always existed, and that in conjunction with this physical body that's been created. Just imagine as a newborn baby this spirit that has come that is so perfect and knows you, that is you. Allow yourself to go back to the innocence and purity of a newborn baby. And who would you be if you allowed yourself to show up in your fullest capacity, in your greatness? What is one thing that would be different about your life? And just allow that inspired shortcut to come to you, for you to become pure and whole and complete, perfect, just as a newborn baby is. What is one change that you can make in your life that would allow you to be that person, to step fully into that person? And what is the limiting belief coming up for you right now about fully stepping in, allowing that change to happen, taking action on that inspired shortcut that you've received to become whole and pure and perfect? What's your limiting belief? And as you're getting more clear with what that limiting belief is, examine the cost of it. If you hold on to that limiting belief, what is the cost? What will be the outcome of your life if you let this limiting belief rule it? And if you don't like that cost, if you want to change it, if you want to choose something different, I invite you to give yourself permission to do that by saying yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Awesome. And then what are some new beliefs? What are some new beliefs that will allow you to take action on your inspired shortcut, that will allow you to fully open up that box and allow others and even yourself to be able to see yourself fully? What new beliefs will allow you to step into being whole, perfect, and pure, purely spirit, with just a thin covering of physical around you, just so you can live here on earth, but being that heavenly being that you came here as a newborn baby? What are your new beliefs? And as you're looking over this list of new beliefs, I invite you to bring those new beliefs in, and as as that newborn baby, maybe just even envision if you as a newborn baby had these new beliefs, what is possible? What is possible in your life? Open up the possibilities of what could be, what can be with these new beliefs. We are at the end of our time on our call today. I appreciate you all being on the call today. We don't have time to share, but I do want to invite you to go to the Facebook group, Breakthrough with Gratitude, and if you can post at least your new beliefs there, I know that all of us would be interested to see what those new beliefs are and possibly even adopt some of those for our own. I love seeing and hearing what your new beliefs are. This is a new month, and we're heading into a new year. This is a really great space to be in, where we are closing down. December, winter is a really great time to kind of go into hibernation and really understand ourselves even more. And I feel like we've opened up that possibility to be able to go inside and really learn who we are. So I invite you and encourage you to use this month not only to be outward, but to also, because that's, there's a lot of parties and a lot of opportunities to greet people and to be with others. I invite you also to take your moments of hibernation, to go into yourself, to connect with God, to connect with that inner vessel, to connect with your divine intelligence, and to get to know yourself. Just as I set that intention at the beginning of the year to get to know Christ through His qualities and to find out how I align with those qualities, I invite you to go inside and get to know yourself and possibly even see how you and Christ are on the same wavelength, how you have the same intentions in different areas. Take a moment, every week, maybe schedule some time, or even daily in your daily GPS to just go inside and get to know you, so that when January 1st comes, you know exactly what your path is. Give yourself this month to really go inside, get to know that gift that is you inside of the box that everybody sees, and then allow that gift to be shown, radiate that light out at the beginning of the year. So thank you all for being on the call today. If you are in a place where you're wanting some more, some help with this, if you need to have a conversation with someone to really see how to open up that box, maybe you're having a hard time opening up with another individual, or whatever it is that came up for you that you're just wishing you had a little bit more time with me, to talk with me one-on-one on that, you can do that by going to AskWileen.com and just schedule a 15-minute call with me. It's free. It'll take you right to my calendar, and you can, and I know that we're going to be able to find the answer, so you'll be able to open up to all those possibilities that are available to you based on who you are inside. Thank you all for being on this call today, and we'll look forward to tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Mountain Time. Thank you.
Thank you, Wileen.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks so much for listening, and I encourage you to tune in every day to the Daily Gratitude Call. And the Daily Gratitude Call happens live every weekday morning. I'd love to have you join. So to find out how to join live, go to my website, WileenBenson.com. Thanks for tuning in.